It was
Yeah.
kind of, so like I had a really, all that turned into probably 2023, the year Jamar Chase got drafted to the NFL. I got a job doing Jamar Chase's off-season profile.
Hmm.
Um, and that was with the NFL. It was my first ever NFL job. Dream of mine is to work in sports. If I could have done anything in the world with video editing, it would be making like storytelling highlight videos, not just like, oh, look at this player, he's cool, but like storytelling highlights is like, that's what I should be doing. Just not the best career, sadly. But yeah, so got a job with contracting for the NFL. And that turned into every summer when the helmets come off, the NFL network makes a ton of content, right? Because players don't have games, they don't have helmets on, there's no engagements. And so they can travel with the camera and do that. So every summer I'd get a player that I would build a profile of, like did Jamar Chase, Myles Garrett, Christian Gonzalez, all these like great players. And then I did some stuff for some teams, which are the Broncos, the Eagles, and just started building this awesome repertoire of like content and a relationship with the NFL, which is incredible. And this is a big but. It killed me. I mean, just killed me. I loved it so much that I couldn't get away from it. I'd wake up at 2 with an idea and I would get off out of bed and start trying to do it. And so it was like I was my own worst enemy. The schedules were always really intense. I probably was doing jobs that needed 4 people as one, just because I was a bit of a control freak and wanted to control the narrative. Built a really good reputation with the NFL and was able to just like kind of build templates for stories for series they were doing in a way, for lack of a better word, generalizing it a lot, but
Hmm.
I basically broke down, just like worked myself to a frazzle. You know, I'd be 5 a.m. to midnight was normal on an NFL job just because there was so much work to do. You'd be working with 6 camera shoots, all coming into my one computer, and I could handle it, and I built amazing stuff, but my mindset was just dying. Then I had a kid. I was like, shoot, I can't work an NFL job like this with a kid, you know? Um, so I had to come to Jesus and I wrote down every job I'd done over the past 10 years. I said, which of these jobs has predictable income? Which of these jobs did I not hate? And which of these jobs can I build a workflow or a system that is going to get rock solid and more efficient? And I can still leverage the people that I love working with, motion designers and composers and so forth. And I built a big chart, spent like a week just like kind of doing research on my own work. And I was like, you know what? Podcast that comes out on a schedule, doesn't, because I don't have to wait for a marketing department to be like, yeah, let's do that video. We'll hire George. There's like zero predictability. You know, I had, my schedule was just peaks and valleys all the time. You know, it's weekly or it's monthly or it's bi-weekly. That's amazing for me because I now know when checks are coming in. I now know when my work's coming in and I can schedule a life like a regular job. And so that combined with the fact that I don't need to be doing an NFL level story that's going to be on the NFL network where I'm going to just rack my brain.
Hmm.
Is it? So now I do that. I keep the NFL relationship, although they did just get bought by ESPN. So Lord knows if I'm coming back next year. But that leads me to where I am now, working on podcast majority with a occasional NFL job in the off season.